Yo! Hey.
Hey.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Luke, that's Shannon. We talk about stuff. Today we're gonna do a nostalgia trip. Bow, 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 fireworks.
Insert firework here.
In my head, it was a lot grander. I was thinking like,
Oh, God.
I was picturing WWE entrance, you know, there's sparklers, people are holding signs.
Yeah, coming down, the music's blaring.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nostalgia trip for me, to be fair. Like, WWE.
Yeah, I never watched it, but
I did.
I know the video games. Someone's wearing a robe.
Yep, I always loved Undertaker. I don't know why. I just thought he was a badass.
Nice.
But I always loved when they used to come down and it used to be like poo, 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 and the lights and the TVs and then obviously the music. Like I got exposed to a lot of good metal music through WWE because 9 times out of 10 the tunes are absolute slappers.
I love how immediately we're like straight into the nostalgia. You know what that does remind me of? Talking of like Grave Robber, nostalgia actual movie, which we will be our first topic, the movies, Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh my word, that's a throwback. Didn't I introduce you to that?
You did, you introduced me to that. We watched that so much. The Grave Robber song, is it Paris Hilton?
Oh my word, yes, yeah, with Paris Hilton. What's it called? Wait, it'll come to me. Drake comes in a little glass vial. A little glass vial?
Ah, it was so good.
And the little glass vial goes into the gun like a battery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. We are going to have to actually rewatch that.
Yeah, Repo the Genetic Opera, 2008, horror musical. Who knew that would be such a absolute beauty?
Absolute bangers in that. Absolute bops.
Absolute bops, like some serious bops. Also, surprisingly, I loved Paris Hilton in that film. I thought she was alright, you know, like everyone.
I think she was great in it.
She was great. She was the perfect person to be that person in it. Do you know what I mean?
I honestly love that film, and that song that you sung is the one that stays in my head the most, I think.
No, yeah, that's fair. I also get the, is it Infected? Yeah, the one that the girl's singing at the beginning when she's in a bedroom.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not going to sing everything, because I will sing everything. That's the problem with this episode, you see, because I'm also hyper, so I'm going to want to sing things from things, and I don't want my singing out there on Spotify, because it is not pretty. Especially not on such a high-fed mic, like, not a good idea.
No, that would be rough without, like, enough sound boards around you.
No, that'd be harsh. That would not be good. Rather not.
So that's definitely my first nostalgia film.
That is such a film.
Second nostalgia film, before it loses my mind, because you know it will go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, it'll vanish.
Hook.
Hook! Oh my... Yeah, with Robin Williams.
Yeah, with Robin Williams, you know, you can't fly, you can't fight, you can't crow.
Yep. And the invisible food, like, and then his imagination starts working, it all suddenly just shows in front of him, and it's like magic, and Hook himself was just...
And you know Hook, you know the voice he does? He's like, Peter Pan, scared of flying. That is the voice inspiration I took for David Evergreen in GNS Radio. Genuinely.
That makes a lot more sense.
Jordan and I were coming up for the voice of it, and we were like, oh, what shall we do? We like really wanted to sound a bit like, he wants to sound disdainful. And we went through like all the different voices we could think of, and we landed on like Hook influenced.
That is a good influence though.
So Hook is definitely one of my favourite ones. And Tinkerbell, and like the hook and the sign on the door.
Everything about the crocodile at the end used to scare me so much because it was so big. And obviously in the Disney Peter Pan, I don't think anyone really appreciated how big the crocodile was, because it wasn't massive and it was just like funny. It was a throwaway thing. And then you watch Hook and it's just this massive, like, holding up. Oh, no thank you. I'm glad that I did not have...
And all the clocks in that room.
Yeah. Oh my word.
I love that one.
I completely forgot about Hook.
It's such a good film. I think I watched that so much on VHS.
I watched that a lot. Another Robin Williams film, though, that I think I actually watched a bit more was probably Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh my gosh.
I adored Mrs. Doubtfire.
That was so good.
It was so good. I mean, Robin Williams, he put his name to something, and no matter what he was the creme de la creme in that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He always gave 110%, always down for the good. But, yeah, no, Mrs. Doubtfire was just... I loved it. And then you watch it when you're older, and it's suddenly a little bit sinister, because it's like, you know...
Is it? I haven't watched it as an adult.
Well, think about it, right? Right, so she divorces him because he's not growing. So what does he do? Instead of respecting the wishes of the court and her with the kids and that, he just decides to dress up as an old lady without her knowledge, gain a job as their nanny so that he can spend more time with his kids without his ex-wife's knowledge, and then he tries to directly sabotage her new relationship with Mr. James Bond. Do you remember?
I did not remember that storyline at all.
He put paprika, when they were at the meal, he put paprika on, was it paprika? He put something that he was allergic to on his food so that he'd have an allergic reaction and then he nearly choked to death.
That's crazy.
And if his mask hadn't have fallen off because he was trying to give him the Heimlich manoeuvre, he'd probably just continued, like, years down the line, just gaslighting his ex-wife, and the kids were in on it. They knew that it was their dad, and they didn't tell their mum because obviously, you know, that's bad. And it's like, bro, if they tried to make that film now,
that would not stand.
It would be a creepy film. It wouldn't be a family-friendly romp.
It would full on be like a R-rated 18 horror film.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the problem with nostalgia. You look back on it, it's like, that wasn't good.
No. But the thing is, though, it is good. It is good. It's a good movie. It's just what you originally think as a kid is like, yeah, Robin Williams, he's going to see his kids. When you grow up, you're something like, you're not doing this.
You're like, he's the bad guy.
He is the crazy guy that you're trying to get rid of. And, you know, instead he's getting some fake boobs and he's going out.
Robin Williams has such a range, though, because he's got, like...
such a range.
He's got Doubtfire, he's got Dead Poets Society. Like, those three are vastly different in so many ways.
Good Morning Vietnam. Isn't he in that as well?
Probably.
I'm going to...
Google it.
Google it. I know he's in Aladdin, obviously, but...
Aladdin, honestly, you can't go wrong. But then,
No.
I'm going to be hot take.
Go on.
Aladdin, the second one.
Yeah.
Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, Prince of Thieves.
Good film.
Good film. Like, I did not mind it.
I love that one.
I did not mind it at all. The third one was absolute twash. But... oh, Jumanji.
Jumanji. Jumanji shaped a generation. That was terrifying.
I was terrified of just, like, if we moved somewhere, finding a board game in a cupboard and then suddenly being whisked into the jungle.
Don't, because you can actually buy Jumanji, the board game. And I was like, I wouldn't.
I know.
No, that's cursed.
Right, you see, this is the thing. You know what I'm like with my curiosity. I want one because it's beautiful and it's very clearly a collector's item of something that, as a kid, was huge for me. But there is that little bit in the back of my head that's going, yeah, but what if it's real?
Literally, like, what?
I know it's not going to be, but what if it is real?
No, but what if it is? You don't know until you play the game Jumanji, and then at that point you can be like, oh, well, I don't know what I expected, you know? Like, I don't know what I was thinking would happen when I opened this cursed board game. Turns out I was cursed.
But at the same time, though, I am that guy that would, like, go to a garage sale or something, like a car boot even, find a Ouija board that was, like, clearly ancient and be like, that's pretty, I'll take it home. I am that guy. Like, I'm just...
You'd 100% pick up a Ouija board that was oozing blood with, like, 100 warning signs that said, I don't do it. And you could hear, like, ominous whispers coming from it, and you'd still be like, I wonder what'll happen.
It'd be right. Take it home, it's cool.
It'll be grand.
It'll be grand. So yeah, I think at one point I probably will end up buying Jumanji. Let's get back to that.
Yeah, you're going to get cursed.
But I am right. He was in Good Morning Vietnam. He was in Good Morning. He's been in so much. Flubber.
Flubber. I forgot about Flubber.
I forgot about Flubber.
I loved Flubber. Flubber was so good. We were just bouncing around. I remember it so... What's another nostalgic film for you?
Right, so a very nostalgic film for me. Did you ever watch a film called Mouse Hunt?
Was that when they were trapped in the walls?
Yes!
I do remember.
And, right, so basically, with the...
I was thinking that was Stuart Little.
No, with the uncle at the beginning that dies, and they're at the funeral, and then they get to take his house because he's left their house to him, and it's like this beautiful, big, scary mansion that's just, like, dilapidated and, you know, cobwebby and stuff, and there's a mouse.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get rid of the mouse, and they just do all these ridiculous things to catch the mouse, and none of it works, and they're rolling around in mouse traps and stuff, and I will never forget, I think it is definitely at the beginning of the movie. I loved that movie, by the way. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. 1997 Mouse Hunt, if you're wanting to watch it, anyone that's listening, because it is funny. But there's a scene at the beginning where it is the funeral of the uncle, and the two main characters that obviously end up moving into this house are like pallbearers for the uncle. And one of them slips, I think, and the uncle's coughing, because they're like going down these stairs, slides downstairs, and then he falls. So he the coffin comes to a stop, shoots the uncle's dead body out of the coffin into a manhole where there's like people doing construction work, and he goes down basically into the sewer. And the film then starts with them like peering, like, you know, down in the manhole, like we're looking up at them, and they're like, and it's just like, why is no one freaking out about this? As a kid, I was like...
The classic times.
Your uncle's corpse is just floating in the sewer, and it's just like, you should probably get back.
They're like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I don't know why that film and, like, that scene specifically just stuck with me a lot. And I haven't seen it since I was, like, 10, but I remember it pretty well because of how much I watched it.
I think I'm understanding millennials quite well now. It's kind of like, well, we watched that, so clearly it's not that bad.
Not that bad. Could be worse. Another film that I am very, very nostalgic about is Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, you know, I didn't watch that until way later on.
Did you watch it when I made you watch it? Because I know I've watched it with you at some point when we were
Yeah,
teens.
I must have watched it with you. You must have been the only one that made me watch it.
Yeah, Michael Keaton, who plays Beetlejuice, is just... He goes into that role like 110%, and it's... With Lydia, it's so weird when you watch it when you're older, because you're like, oh, Beetlejuice is going to marry a teenager, you know, but then it's like... It's still so good, and the comedy of it is just on point. It's iconic for me, Beetlejuice, you know?
Oh, yeah. See, it doesn't have the nostalgia factor for me, because I didn't watch it until, like, I was quite old with you.
Which I 100% appreciate.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta have, like, the having watched it early, you know? It's the same with, like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer and stuff like that. If you don't watch it when you're young, it doesn't have the same vibes.
Well, that's the thing. I tried watching Buffy during the pandemic, and I got through, like, the first half of the season, and it just didn't grip me, because it wasn't there for me, because I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's literally only good because of the nostalgia, essentially.
Yeah, 100%.
Same with, like, Friends fans, you know? They usually typically watch it because they loved it.
Friends. I love Friends. I loved it when I was younger, and it's always there, you know? It's never not there, and it is comforting to watch, because I just know it. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, how did we forget about that? We loved that. It was so good.
It's amazing. It never loses the sparkle, I don't think. Like, no matter how many times I've seen it, we did the time warp every single time that song came on, without fail.
That's so cringy.
Yeah.
You know what? Teenagers are cringy. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's just how it is. When you are going through
Embrace
puberty and you're trying to figure out who you are, what you want, you're going to do some silly things. You're allowed to be cringe. That's when you're allowed to be cringe.
You're allowed to be cringe. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No one's going to blame a teenager for being cringy.
Exactly. Except for other teenagers. But that doesn't matter because you all grow out of it anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. Like, you eventually get to the age of, like, 20 and you're all like, yeah, I'm tired of this. And the drama ends, I think.
Are you a teen? Are you having fun? Is it cringy? Whatever. Just be happy.
Yeah, just be happy. That's all anyone needs. Like, just do the stuff that makes you happy.
Shall we go into music nostalgia? Because I've just thought of an absolute deep one from school. Teenagers by MCR. Because that came out when we were in school. And
It's
a little like, we're emotionally sad. Ugh.
It's slap. You see, you're there like, but I'm still that kid.
Yeah, you are, to be fair. Yeah, I've like transitioned into country music now.
Teenagers by MCR was just such a slapper, and it was one of those songs that was brilliant because for me, I struggled to connect with other teenagers, I think, because I was very, very shy in a bad situation, and music for me was always dark, and it was like, you know, My Chemical Romance and bands that people didn't like, and then suddenly you have even the chavs singing Teenagers.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you like this band? And it's like, yeah, I've liked them before they were cool, but suddenly there's this one song.
Oh, you're there like, I liked them before they were cool, actually, so...
Basically.
Do you know all of their songs? Judgy. Gatekeeping.
No, not even judgy, just trying to make them understand that I've been trying to get people to listen to this music for ages. No one's ever listened to it, and then suddenly everyone loves them because of one song, and it's like, fair play, I'm happy that we can bond on this, but also, what about all these other songs? Take my wares, you know.
Yeah, but that's not how it works, is it?
No, unfortunately not, no. But it was nice to have, like... Because there was quite a few songs like that were popular in the music genres I was into that no one would ever listen to, but then there'd always be like one that would sneak in every now and again.
Yeah, didn't that happen with like 30 Seconds to Mars?
Yep, that was...
When the White and Red album came out, what's it called, like This Is War or something? No, not This Is War. The Beautiful Lie or something like that?
Beautiful Lie or something like that. I know that's the album with that song on it. It has Beautiful Lie on
yeah.
it, but everyone was like, you know, on 30 Seconds to Mars. And Bowling for Soup, no one ever listened to Bowling for Soup. And then suddenly High School Never Ends came out, and I was on the bus going to school, and, you know, my friend who was not into the music I was into was just playing it out loud on her phone, and I was like, oh, Bop! And they were like, you know this? I was like, yeah, of course I know this. Bowling for Soup! Bowling for Soup!
Bowling for Soup is a very weird title when you, like, address it. Like, what? Are you bowling to win the soup? Are you bowling to win money to buy soup? I love the appeal of soup, but I'm confused.
But are you getting the bowl and dipping it into the soup and then filling it with soup? Are you bowling the soup?
Oh.
Maybe.
I did think bowling.
You see, maybe. It could be. Was it 303? We listened to it when we were at Turkey.
303. TikTok. No, that's Kesha, sorry. Which also,
yes.
They did a song with Kesha.
Yes, they did. My first kiss went a little like this. And twist. And twist.
So I have a playlist on my Spotify, and to be fair, I have too many playlists like this on my Spotify that are literally millennial nostalgia, and they're still bops. 303 and Kesha, like the old music still slaps. Kesha's new album, still good. Rainbow, amazing.
Have not listened to it. May have to try it.
303 is just, it comes on and I'm like...
It's just, like, I remember I was obsessed with a song that they did called Streets of Gold.
Yes!
Do you remember that song? Because it wasn't madly popular.
I literally do. I know exactly what the album cover looks like.
Yeah. Like, that song wasn't madly popular on that album from what I remember, but that one song, Streets of Gold, just made me just feel things. It's like... I remember I listened to it a lot when we went to Turkey because I'd found it just before we went away, so you know what I'm like, I listen to things on repeat. So when we were chilling around the hot tub that we overflowed,
We didn't overflow it. I stopped literally just before it overflowed. When I put my hand in to take the drain out, then it overflowed. But in my defense, you let an ADHD person be in charge of filling something up and walking away.
We didn't know then.
No, but the signs were clear.
We didn't. The signs were clear, but neither of us knew then. Because neither of us really knew what ADHD was.
No, it wasn't a thing when we were kids. Crazy how I was undiagnosed for so long.
Right? Strange. How wild is that? Anyway, we've gone off on a massive tangent.
I have ADHD, I can't help it. You know what? You know what the best line of 303 is?
Go on.
The bit that goes like, if you're... Tell your boyfriend he says he got beat that I'm a vegetarian, I
ain't twash, scared of him.
Twashing, scared of him. What's next on the list of nostalgia? TV. Do you remember Jetix? The channel?
Jetix. I remember the channel, yeah. Wasn't that what Shaman King was on?
Yes, Shaman King.
Shaman King. If your spirit is strong.
I watched and rewatched Shaman King so many insane amounts of times.
Yeah. We watched it together. We used to speak about it every day. The next day after the episode had gone on.
Yes.
I remember being really annoyed because what was it? What was on before it? Was it Naruto or something? I used to be annoyed that I used to have to wait through Naruto to watch Shaman King, and everyone else was talking about Naruto.
I think there was like Bleach, Naruto, and Shaman King. But then you know what the worst part was? Because we were watching it on like TV back then, is that it would get to a certain point in the show and then it would restart from the beginning. The amount of times I didn't watch the end of something because it would just restart. And it's like,
Yeah, and it's like, why?
To this day, I don't know how it ends.
It's just like, help me. Let me watch the Shaman King. I love
I
Shaman
don't
King.
know what happens with Zeke.
You see, I know they've brought out Shaman King on Netflix, right? And I know it isn't the Shaman King we watched because I decided to watch the first episode.
Oh,
So
is it a
they've,
new Shaman King?
I think they've remade it. Because it's the same character, like the main character.
Oh, it must be remaking. I remember that first episode so well. 2 animated shows, right, that are super nostalgic.
Yeah.
One, the original, like, X-Men animated show, when, like, the running mechanic was bad. Yes, that one, yes.
Yep. Yep.
Loved that. Loved Wolverine. Loved... Storm was, like, my favourite character ever.
I never watched it when I was younger. And it is really good, but it was hard to get into because it doesn't have
Yeah.
nostalgia for me.
That's it. It's one of those ones that's like...
Which is a shame.
Any other nostalgic shows?
Jackie Chan Adventures, did you ever watch that?
Jackie Chan Adventures. Oh my gosh. No, what was that? What was that other one? That other one. What was it? Was it like Jake Long, American Dragon? Ben 10 as well. There was Ben. I've just gone like down a hole. There was Ben 10. Absolutely obsessed with Ben 10. We just watched it. And then like the new season came out. I really liked that one. And then I think another season came out and I quite liked that one. But then the newest season I wasn't a fan of. And then Jake Long, American Dragon. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. At the very least, it's American Dragon. The original animation was done and I really liked that. But then the new animation came out and I preferred that animation style to that. Whoa. Sorry, Jackie Chan?
The Jackie Chan Adventures, it was on CBBC, wasn't it? And
I definitely remember it, yeah. Because didn't he have an uncle?
It was so witty and just like...
Didn't he have like a niece as well?
Yeah, Jade.
Yes.
She was kick butt.
She was proper rad.
She was rad. She was a vibe. Like, her whole thing was a vibe. Oh, right. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Adventures of Billy and Mandy with Grimm. I loved that show so much.
I loved it so much. We actually own the first season on Amazon. Like, we bought it.
I remember very specifically, Mandy like never smiles and there's one episode where she smiles and it breaks the universe.
Mandy was scary, but she was such a goal. Because I think, like, in cartoons and stuff back then, I think girls were quite... They weren't always respected in
for sure.
shows and cartoons. They were always, like, you know, the feigning, oh, girl. And then Mandy was one of those, like, the Powerpuff Girls, where she was just her and unapologetically scary. Like, I'll never forget... You know how they had little scenes between the episodes of, like, her just showing up on screen and, like, saying things?
Yes.
At one point, she's like, it's not enough to succeed, others must fail. And that stuck with me from, like, early childhood. And I don't know why.
I think we all, like, aspired to be Mandy.
Yeah, but none of us are Mandy.
But then I definitely grew up and became Billy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. We want to be Mandy. We are Billy.
We are Billy. I'm like captivated by a goldfish swimming in a circle. Like, come on. I know where I stand. Nostalgic books. Subtitle. I didn't really like reading when I was a kid. I think it was the undiagnosed ADHD. I only really loved reading as I've got older. Because I just couldn't pay attention to the books. Who's to say how that was? So I don't have like a lot of books from my childhood. But I tell you what, this is a very specific one. And it's only fresh in my memory because the full circle has happened. So, this book, right, it's called Diary of Pelly D. And I remember this because I recently colour coordinated my books, and that's how I remember because it's blue. Right, so, it was my dad's book, I believe, and I borrowed it when I was maybe like 11, 12 or something like that. I never finished it. I still haven't finished it. That's not the point. I never finished it, but I put it down, and I lost it somewhere along the way. And for, like, years, I've been trying to find this because I didn't remember what it was called. And I knew it was about, like, a diary. Basically, it's in 2 time zones. Like, she's reading a diary from someone in the past. And it's, like, a weird... I think it's a dystopian, but I haven't read it since I was 12, so I'm not sure. Yeah. Keep meaning to reread it. But anyway, so I put that down. I lost it. Dad was recently going through his books. And I was like, that blue one! That blue one that I've Googled so many times and been in so many Waterstones just hunting blues. Like some kind of blue catcher. Like a... huntsman for the colour blue in books. And I was like, that. And I was like reading it. I was like, this has to be it. This has to be it. Anyway, that was about 3 years ago and I've still not read it since, so. But that is a very nostalgic book for me. And if I do read it,
Yeah, you need to do a review.
I'll do an episode on it.
That should be your goal now, is to read that so you can give us a review.
To read that book sometime this year.
Yeah, so that we can have a review on this book.
Okay, I'll read it. I'll be like, no.
You will forget. Do you remember in junior school, did you ever have book fairs? Where, like, they'd bring in all these massive trunks of, like, different books that you could buy with, like, just kids' books.
So the only book fair I remember... Yes, I must have.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a
They used
thing.
to bring them on, like, big trolley things, like, enclosed things that would then open up, and they'd build, like, in the... Well, they did in my junior school anyway, in the hall, they'd, like, build, like, a little sudden bookshop, and you could go and spend a bit of money and get yourself a book and maybe a fun pencil, and...
Oh my gosh, yeah, with the... Yeah, I actually do remember that.
Yeah, and it just had kids' books, and it was so good, because that's, like, there was nothing better than book day, and being like, I've been given £5, and I'm gonna get, like, 2 books, because that's what, you'd get so much for £5.
£5, you could probably get 10 books back then.
Right? God, we are old. But book fair at school, I always used to love.
The price of Freddos? Don't get me started.
Don't get me started on Freddos. Freddos isn't worth it. That's a whole episode.
So that's been the episode of deep diving into whichever we deep dived into this time.
Could be movies, could be TV, could be books, we don't know. Could be going on about Robin Williams.
I've been Luke, that's been Shannon. We've got multiple podcasts. Don't be twice, stay tuned for a trailer.
Oh boy, listen to the trailer.
We also have a gaming channel, Caffeine Adult Games. Whoa, that's crazy.
We have so many things.
We've got so many things, so check out the Instagram for updates and all of that stuff. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We do other stuff too, so here's a trailer for our podcast, GNS Radio.
Hello and welcome to GNS Radio, a place where people can come together to voice their opinions and perhaps even concerns about our local mega corporation, GNS. Rest assured, listeners, there will be no repercussions for anything said on the air.